Guys, welcome back to day number 16. I am back with my swing coach, the one and only JT. It's good to have you back on the channel, brother.
Good
Thanks for being here.
For sure.
Today, I'm going to be doing a chipping masterclass because this is an area that, I used to tell myself, I don't have to be good at my short game because I just don't miss greens.
Yes.
Probably not the best. Probably not the best philosophy to live by.
Definitely not. If you want to be really good, no. You want to be a little bit kind of good and press your friends to the green, but to actually score, you got to be able to chip and pitch. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through. JT's just gonna we're gonna kind of talk through it a little bit, and then you're probably gonna give me a couple drills. We're gonna hit a bunch of shots. So this is for me, and I think it's probably just as much for you guys as well. You guys, the last lesson we did together, y'all just ate it up. JT he's a special teacher. And just the way that he thinks about it, just for me, it just resonates so good, and we have absolutely made a ton of progress. Obviously, you guys saw 3 days ago, I shot my best round in a professional tournament this year, and I put in a ton of work.
Let's go.
A lot of it thanks to this guy.
67, baby.
Let's get right into it. We've talked a little bit, but I want to explain to you guys like some of my thought processes, and this is also JT. It really helps when you can hear things. So. Yeah. A lot of times I'll be standing over a chip that's just 5 feet off the green, and I'm, as nervous as a burning cat. And it's not, it is a very unpleasant feeling.
Yeah, I know exactly how that feels, trust me, for sure. This is a big deal for me because I actually struggle I had the chipping yips in college I was putting from 30 yards, 40 yards. So I really went down in the dungeon on chipping and pitching. Occasionally it still pops up here and there, but I know how to fix it. So. I've been deep down in the worst place you could be chipping, pitching, and have made it out. So that's good for you guys. You guys get to see what not to do, and hopefully teach you what to do today as well. So that's kind of the plan.
Also, guys, JT's socials is linked in the top of the description. So make sure you subscribe to him, follow his channel. He has a slingshot game coming out. Just incredible stuff. So here we go. All right, so today we're gonna basically look at 3 different things that overall I think is gonna help the contact that I make with chips. But the first thing is
learning how to control the speed of the club head. So we're actually gonna hit really short chips. This is something that Micah was telling me he was struggling with. He was like, dude, when I get closer I get to the green, the harder. And that's just because, as you see, the rest of the drills that we'll do, that's the reason why he struggles with these short ones. So the first thing we're gonna do is actually hit really short chips. We're only maybe 10 yards from the green. We're gonna try to chip the ball short of the green. It's gonna be the goal. So all we're gonna watch Micah do here is just I'm gonna watch him hit some short chips, see how far they go, how he controls, the levers in the swing. So we'll see. All right, that was a pretty decent one.
Blind squirrel finds the net every now and then.
Pretty decent one still. Yeah, a little too far, but not bad. There we go, that was really good. So you guys obviously know Micah hits the ball really far. For golfers who hit the ball really far, sometimes it's harder to slow them down. And so that's why we're trying to do this first drill, is just to literally understand hey, we're trying to get the club head to the ball really slow. And full swing and driver, we want really high smash factor. And short game, we want really low smash factor. So that's kind of what we're gonna teach them here. So this first step of when you get on the green and you're struggling with your chipping, like I said, I would hit really short pitch shots. It helps you understand how you're controlling the the low point, how you're accelerating the club head. So for Micah on these, I'm gonna help him a little bit with how he gets the club head to the ball. So right now when Micah chips, essentially what happens is that he moves the grip really far. So if you just set up there, Micah, like you're gonna chip it, what happens to him is, especially on such a short shot, he'll start to move the handle really far this way. So the grip will get really far ahead. And on such a short shot, your brain is freaking out because it understands that the more shaft lean you get, the faster the ball comes out. And it's like, I'm only trying to hit this thing 5 yards and it's gonna come off fast. Uh-oh. So then you start having some weird thoughts. Versus, again, if you're accelerating the club head properly, then you don't freak out as much on these short pitches. So what we're gonna try and do is get Micah to understand how to move the club more as a whole. So, the club's gonna be moving like this, rather than, for him, he moves it so much where the handle moves really far forward. So the basics of this first chip for Micah is just having him understand, hey, left arm and the chest are kind of going to be glued together for these shots, for most chip and pitch shots, and that the pec and the chest is really how we create the energy. So we don't change this at all. So when you start changing that, that's when it gets funky. If you can keep this thing the same just by having a little bit of pivot, you notice the shaft isn't moving forward or backwards, you can control how fast this ball comes off. So all we're going to try and do here, Micah, is just a practice swing first. So just put your left bicep like on your pec, just your hand. Yeah, exactly, just like that. Yeah, perfect. And then kind of put it across it a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. Good. Now all you're going to do is put your right arm on the back of your left arm, yep, so that it keeps it tight up against it. And then you're going to make some really small swings, and you can't move your arm to hit the ball. You're just going to really try and move your chest around. So the arm is pushed up against your body, and the goal is just, hey, I got to pivot my chest in order for me to hit the ball, because we don't want that arm unloading. When that arm unloads fast, that's when he struggles on these short shots. So all we're trying to do is not unload the arm and just turn the chest. So let's just do a couple practices. Yeah, exactly. When you first do this,
dude, I can feel like it feels like it's a runaway train there. It just wants to go.
So let's hit these, just trying to hit it over this club again, but just with your left arm. So this is going to be kind of hard.
Oh my gosh.
We're not trying to hit these hard at all. All you're trying to do is keep your arm on your chest and then move your chest forward. Move it around. Yeah, sweet. Let's do that again. We're just trying to move the chest. There we go. So good. That was it.
That is such a weird feeling.
That's so much better. Yeah, nice. Very good again. Still a little softer.
Okay.
So meaning like the amount, I know it's hard to slow a Ferrari down. There you go. That's good. Yep. So much better. Yeah, so nice. That's way better. I don't even know if you noticed, but you actually like tapped your foot a little bit. You moved into that one a little bit better. I think you started to get a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, that felt so much different.
Started to get a little bit more comfortable. So now we're just going to raise the scale up, guys. So as you get good at those, short ones, then we start to go a little farther. So let's move this up a little farther here. So if we're going to hit a little farther, the basics of it, guys, is you just take it back a little farther. Rather than trying to create a lot of power in a short amount of time, the longer the chip, the longer your swing should be. Shorter the chip, maybe a little bit shorter. So if he can get it past this, I mean, this is really good. Yeah, nice. It's pretty good. A little bit of the hands.
I still felt it wanted to leave.
Exactly. A little bit of hands, right? There we go. So nice. The better you do that, that club will just line up. Like it'll just line up on its own. The more you turn your chest, that release that you were trying to feel will just happen. Yeah, so good.
Oh, that was
money. Really, really good. Oh, yes. Really nice. Oh, he's getting it. He's getting it so much better. Yep. So that one it wanted to come off, right?
Yeah, I got a little rush.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So that's a big deal, guys. If you hit them thin, if that's kind of your miss, you're probably unloading your arm too fast off your body. So you're moving that butt into the club really fast. So guys, that's kind of the main first two drills to understand how to do this. I'm just gonna explain them really quick. First one is just like 5 yards. Just put a club on the ground, try to chip it over there 5 yards. Don't even worry about your technique. Just see if you can actually even do that. If you can't do that, then just go right into the next drill, which again, the way that we want to set up for this is we're gonna grab the club with our lead arm. Okay, then we're gonna take our chest. You can put your hands on your chest if it makes it easier for you to understand. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn your chest into your arm a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna turn your chest into your arm a little bit. That gets your arm and your pec nice and attached. Now from here, put that right hand or trail hand on your bicep. Keep that pressed up against your body. And once you get back here, you can't move the club this way. You have to learn how to keep your arm on your chest and rotate the chest through to actually hit it. So that's kind of drill number 2. We're gonna let Micah kind of do this drill now with 2 hands, see what we get, and then we'll get into the last and the third drill. All right, guys, so we're gonna get into actually gonna try to implement the drill into a real chipper pitch. So we're gonna see what Micah does here, trying to implement some of those movements. We're keeping that thing there. We can do that again, Micah, do that one more time. So imagine you keep the club head there, right? That's all you're trying to do, but then you move this. So that's your feeling, right? That was so good. Yeah, that's really nice, really nice. Yeah, that's it, Micah, just what you did. Yeah, that's how you get the club head to the
Yeah.
ball. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus you want to get it to the ball like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know. It's so weird.
Yeah. Exactly, Micah. There you go.
And this feels like I'm like swinging really hard left. Is that?
Yes, that is what it'll feel like.
Okay.
But again, the arm staying on you, if you do that as you turn, see the club is always trailing, so it'll actually finish like to the right of you.
Okay.
Which is good. Yeah, really nice contact. Perfect. That's really what we're looking for on these chip and pitch shots, guys. You got to get the contact down first. So that's step one. Yep. Oh.
Why'd that one come out so low, but the other one came out more high?
So that one was a little more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where it
and
is.
a hair thinner. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Because remember, when you move, this is a big thing I want you guys to understand. So when you move the grip forward and down, the head moves up. And so when the head moves up, now you got to get the club head to the ground somehow. And if you don't get it to the ground, you're going to thin it or blade it. And if you do to get it to the ground, it'll probably come out way too hot. So that's kind of Micah's big issue here. That was so good. That was really nice. That's kind of like that medium height one we want. Yeah. Yes, just like that. Very good. Awesome, bro. That's it. All right, so he progressed pretty nicely through that. That was good.
Yeah, that was night and day difference compared to
yeah, those are better. We'll probably do one more set of those just to make sure to watch them, and then we'll get into the last drill, which is just understanding how to move your body. We talked about kind of how to move the arms, how to do a setup, but we'll talk about how to go up and down, which is really important for your contact too, especially those spinny, nice shots we want to hit.
And me as a professional.
All right, guys, so now we're gonna go to a little bit longer chip. Again, like I stated before, we're not trying to use these other muscles or hands that we use to help hit the ball far. We're trying to use kind of momentum to help us get the club or get the ball to where we need to be. So Micah's gonna hit a little bit longer of a pitch shot now. And the key is we're trying to keep this same tempo, same rhythm, not trying to use the hands to get to the ball. And so Micah, all I want you to do is you're just gonna take a bigger swing. So rather than like on a couple of these when you were just practicing even that shot, you were going like,
yeah.
So adding a lot of speed at the bottom. And remember, any speed that we're gonna create is gonna come from this kind of turning around. So if we need to make a little longer swing in order to get the ball there, completely okay. But we'd never wanna see this arm kind of, leave the ground. That makes you pull down on the handle. You get into some trouble on some basic shots. Oh! Yeah, oh man.
Is that normal to take a divot?
Yeah, that's completely okay. What that means is that, so you still had good contact even though you took a divot.
Yeah,
What that means is just that you still used a little bit of your hands with your turning. And that's a little bit of the next phase of the third drill that we'll talk about too.
Yeah.
But for now, we're just trying to get the basic engine down. So good, so good. Yeah, really nice. That was really nice.
You've never seen me chip a ball like that, Rocco.
Super good. Nice. So much sauce. Very good.
I mean,
Again,
just that contact just sounds like I'm breaking a toothpick.
Yeah. You finally got the handle forward, but the right way. Oh, really nice again.
Oh my gosh.
So good. Yeah, that was money. So good. Very nice.
That feels unbelievable.
Very nice.
This is why JT's gonna take me to the top.
That's right, baby. We're coming. Get ready.
Nobody knows where the top is yet, but I just know I'm not at it.
The ceiling's the roof. MJ. So good.
Wow.
So good. Do it. Oh.
Have you ever seen me hit that's inside of a daggum hula hoop?
I was here earlier watching Micah hit, and there's a couple of times he definitely missed the green from this far. So there was a guy chipping over here. We almost killed him.
Yeah, I had literally hit one right at his ankle, dude.
Yeah. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get to kind of the last drill, and this will start to help him with the longer ones. So for chipping and pitching, what we wanna do is in the backswing, our shoulder goes down and the club goes up. In the downswing, our shoulder goes up and the club comes down. That's what matches like an actual good chip and pitch. What most people do when they struggle with chipping is that they go up with the club, up with their body, down with the club, down with their body, down at the bottom. So that's what typically bad chippers do. So now Micah actually kind of does this a little bit already. This is more for you guys. So this is why just adding in those first 2 pieces is going to help him so much. He may not really need to do this a whole lot, but just going to talk him through it. I'm just going to do this drill here with Micah. With you guys, what I would do is like take an alignment stick, stick it in the ground. It'll be pretty long. It'll come out to like here. Practice getting your shoulder down to that and then kind of coming up out of it. So let's see it, dude. Yeah, great. The thing about this too is like if you do it properly, even if you hit a little bit of the ground, the ball will still come out nice, which is sort of what just happened to Micah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such good contact, yep. So that spun so much. Awesome, so good. Awesome, Micah. And you'll notice if you really start getting good at this, Micah's starting to have the same exact ball flight on all of his chips. So they're coming out the same. They're not different heights anymore. So again, that's like the same chip he just hit like 4 times in a row. So that's really nice. That tells you that all of these things are lining up nicely.
Hashtag Tig can't chip.
Another one. Another one. 5 in a row. So just a little bit again of kind of understanding how you do the shoulder down to up. It was just helping him to actually get some more speed to the club without having to use his hands. So that was really nice.
Yeah, and I think everybody wants to hit like a fun little like spinny chip that couple hops and stops, and like it's probably not as hard to do that as you think, because like if you add speed with this, there's not near as much that can go wrong, whereas if you're trying to add speed at the bottom, which I'm always trying to do, of like, oh, I need to add speed at the bottom, whereas it's like you just add a little more speed here.
Exactly.
Like I hit there's a lot of spin on some of those balls, and I wasn't even trying.
Yep. Just because he's having such good contact too. So for him, you know, people will get so worked up about shaft lean, but you have to have a little shaft lean when you hit the ball, especially, you know, on a stock shot. We want to hit a little bit down on the ball. Sometimes we want to hit a lot down on the ball, but we can't really do that with the handle moving so far back, which is how a lot of people chip. So yeah. All right,
This is extremely enlightening.
Woken. All right, guys, we're going straight into the dungeon here under pressure for Micah. We got people around. We're gonna try to hit like some 60-yard shots here. And again, the biggest thing for Micah is in his swing, and this is what we're working on a little bit too, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. Micah hits the ball really far. His arm comes down, unloads really fast, and then his head tips back. Very, very helpful in how you want to hit really long shots. That's great. But if we have that on a short shot where, again, we have this arm unloading and then we start to tilt back, then we start to really struggle with the contact. So big goal for Micah is to keep that arm on the chest. Once it's loaded, that arm doesn't move, the chest just moves, and that's how we hit the ball. So the cool part about this is you can hit this with any club. So a pitching wedge, a 9-iron, a sand wedge. If you want to hit it higher or lower, don't change your template of your swing, just change the club. So that's what I would recommend. Rather than trying to change different shots, you know, hit the ball lower, higher, put it more back in your stance. Those are a little bit specialty shots, and maybe we'll get there, but for now, this is kind of all we want to do. Oh yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I felt like I took a massive swing there.
I know.
But it's like I'm not, when the speed is like consistent versus usually you take this hard, it's just weird.
Exactly. Usually you go really fast, break this, and then make this go fast.
Yeah. Still not swinging big enough.
Yeah, still not swinging big enough yet, which is great because I would kind of want you to have that, because you got to be like, man, I got to create this speed way different than I'm used to creating it. Yeah. Yep. Good again, but you can probably do a little bigger. Oh, that was closer to there.
Yeah, that was better on the distance.
Still good contact though, which is, again, on these shots, that's the most important thing. Having good contact's like the key. So good.
That was incredible contact.
Yeah, that was nipped. Yeah, so just a little bit longer backswing, but same exact thing. There you go. Awesome. So good. Oh, that was so good. Guys, that one was pitched. That's the cool part about using it your arm this way. It's like it understands what to do with that energy, because it feels sort of like a throw. Like imagine if we're gonna throw something, right? We wouldn't go like if I was gonna frisbee throw, I wouldn't go like this. I would turn into my arm and then kind of the energy would come out.
Totally.
So we sort of know how to do that. So if we start to do it that way, it becomes a little bit more intuitive to actually hit these shots. So
let's actually do a couple of these and then we're gonna wrap this up,
Yeah,
because
perfect.
this right here is, it's
Yeah,
about, this is a lot, this is just enough for everyone to digest back home. These right here though, these are
the ones, right? So these are the ones like, no, like even on that one you just did, you went like,
yeah, I know.
yeah,
This
right?
is when I want to start to get
This when you want to
control-y.
start using those hands to get there, but it's literally like so soft.
It's just
like,
a small,
whee!
yeah.
Like literally, you don't have to produce any speed to get the ball there. So good, exactly.
Oh,
That's soft. Yeah, so good.
and I can still even give that a little more gas. I'm getting
yeah, and I want to say give it more gas, take a bigger swing.
bigger. Exactly.
So you don't want to think about giving more gas. There you go. Ooh.
I hit that a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit thin, right? So you gave it more gas, which is
just-
bad. We don't want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same swing.
Same swing. You're just turning the chest through. You're just adding a little bit of backswing. There you go. That's the one. Much better.
This is an exceptionally hard chip, but
Yeah, this is a pretty hard chip. There we go. Nice.
that's really good.
So that's the key on these for you, Mike. I mean, these are big, guys. That's why I said the first drill is like hitting chips like this, because they're so hard. We want to get the club to the ball in a kind of inefficient way. So really nice again there. So these balls are coming off softer on these short shots versus, you know, they were coming off hot before. Hot.
Guys, listen, that is, I mean, we made progress today.
Yeah, big progress.
Obviously, there's a ton of information out here. In here, it's not quite as long of a video, but just some real simple things that, when applied correctly, technique-wise, unbelievable results. Around the greens, I've definitely lose a lot of strokes, and so this is going to be massive for me. But dude, you're a freaking genius.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
coming on the channel, guys.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed. Drop a comment, take some of these drills to the range, let me know how they work. Also, remember to follow JT on Instagram. Click the link in the description to do that, and we'll see you guys next time. We're going to be doing another lesson in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. JT,
Let's do it, bro.
appreciate you, brother.
Keep doing 67.
67s and 64s and 60s. I'm going to shoot 59 in a tournament this year.
Let's go.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for day 17.